Do you know how to chat on WhatsApp? Do you know how to design on Figma? Great. If the answers to those questions was a yes, stay tuned because today I'm going to teach you how to design, nope, not design, how to build a fully functional web app with just these two skills. Designing on Figma and chatting on a messenger. To teach you how to do this, I have designed a sample web app, and for the very first time in the history of this channel, I have designed a food delivery app. Yes, I've never used food delivery as an example so far. One reason is that I do that as a part of my job every day. So these sample apps give me an opportunity to try out other domains just for fun. But today I thought, let's try food, so food it is. Again, this app is not exactly like Swiggy. There won't be any restaurants, but dishes directly. The app will have item listings with photo, item name, description, price, add button, and so on. It will have an address section, clicking on which you can change the address. It will have a search bar, using which you can search the items. But as a part of this exercise, I'm not going to make the full functionality of the search bar. The video would get too long otherwise. It will have a cart where the added items would show up along with a detailed bill section and a button to check out. And the entire experience will be functional. That is, you can browse items, add them to cart, and you can see those items appearing on the cart, see the bill, calculations, and all taxations. And you can also click on the checkout button to place an order. Of course, no orders will get placed because we are just building the front end here. But if I'd hired a team to build this from scratch, it would have costed me in lakhs. I asked ChatGPT for a breakdown of all these expenses, and the design of the entire app itself would cost over 3 lakh rupees. But the single screen that I'm using for this exercise today, if I were to interpolate the cost of designing that only screen, it would still be close to 30 to 50,000 rupees, which is substantial. But instead, I myself designed it in Figma, and with the help of this tool called Lovable, transformed it into a working app. Big shout out to my friend and colleague Akshay for introducing me to this tool. I am loving it so far. Lovable is an AI-powered app builder that lets you build, edit, and deploy apps in minutes. Yes, minutes, you heard me right. Lovable is not like other no-code tools available in the market. What makes it special is that it is completely chat-based. This reminds me of the time when we used to interact with our engineers at Swiggy during lockdown when everyone was working from home. We would discuss over Slack, tell them about the changes that needs to be made, share screenshots for references, also report bugs and everything else. The developers in return would also respond to us, ask for clarifications if needed, share screenshots of the updates, and we all would build stuff together. Lovable works just like that. The only difference is there's no human on the other side of the chat, but artificial intelligence. You feel there's too much padding between the heading and the button? Just take a small screenshot and tell Lovable about it. Reduce little bit of padding between the heading and the button. Yes, it understands abstract articulation, like a little bit, fix it, make it better, clean it up, and so on. It feels just like you're interacting with a human. Now, you might simply choose to describe what you need and a few reference of screenshots to it maybe, and Lovable would do the design and also make them functional, complete with databases, API integrations, and backend support. And when you're ready, deploy your app with a single click, skipping all the complicated setup. You can also start by designing on Figma and move that design to Lovable and then continue building it by chatting. And this is what we are going to do today. This means designers, founders, and teams can go from idea to a fully working app 20 times faster than traditional development. But the best part about this project is that it is a full stack design project that you can add to your portfolio. So keep watching it till the end. I'll walk you through every step, and by the time you are finished watching this video, you will be able to build something like this all by yourself. Let's get started. So this is how Lovable looks. Now, the moment you look at it, you will know that this is unlike any other no-code website builder that you might have seen. In fact, the first screen only has one text box where you can write a prompt and directly generate any website. Now here, you cannot make native apps yet, but you can make any websites or web apps, and that's what we are going to do today. It uses React and other HTML and CSS to build all these stuff out here. And React is good, as we all know. So here, you can either start by writing a prompt, or you can even attach a screenshot. If you have seen something and you want a similar thing to be built for you as well, you can just use it as a reference and then ask Lovable to do it. Or you can also import Figma. You see the Figma logo out here. So when you click on it, it actually teaches you how to do that. It says import from Figma. So you need to have the design on Figma and use builder.io Figma plugin. It's a different plugin, not Lovable's plugin, I guess, but okay, it's a builder.io plugin. Then you can select the frame and you can do it, right? And the design that we're going to make today, like I said, we are doing a food app. This is a very basic design that I have made. Now here's a warning, please do not take this as the gold standard of designing any food app. Just because I'm associated with a food delivery company doesn't mean that this has got anything to do with that. I have simply taken a reference because I was curious what my developer counterparts builds. Can I build something similar using this tool, right? This is very basic. This is not how an ideal food delivery app should be. This is very basic. An example, please treat it like that. So I've just created the homepage. It has address, search, and cart at the top. And this section usually has banners and offers and stuff, but I just put a logo. I just made this random logo in 2 minutes, literally. Food and then flipped and food. So food is the name of our app, followed by a list of items. This grid is what I have made it like this. And I've also made a drop down for the address selection, but I think Lovable should be able to make it itself. If it's not able to, then we will use this reference. So let's go ahead and convert or transfer this to Lovable, and then we will do the rest of things out there. Okay, so the first things first, you need to trigger the plugin. So, you just go click on this thing, which is actions. Go to plugins and builder.io. I have already installed. If you haven't, please go and install the plugin. It's a free plugin. Log in to builder.io and connect Lovable. It's very easy. It'll prompt you to do it whenever you're doing it for the first time. So logging in with Lovable as well as builder.io, you can use your Gmail ID and it will seamlessly connect. And once you connect, it is ready to go. I've done it in the past, so I don't have to do it anymore. Select this artboard and click on builder.io. Now it'll take a few seconds for it to load. And there it is. Since I've selected this artboard, it is showing up here, and I'll click on export design. Now it's going to take a couple of minutes. It's analyzing the Figma layers. It'll do a couple of things. I'll probably speed up this section. And after that, it will show me some previews. It'll give me 2 or 3 options, and I get to pick which one is closest to the design. Of course, it's not going to be perfect right away. We will make it perfect after going to Lovable, but it is going to do a fairly good job at converting what you have on Figma there. Now, in this regard, it's very important to know that use the auto layout here. Now, if you've seen my videos, I've always said that auto layout is a tool that makes your life easier. It has got nothing to do with how good or bad your design is. But in this case, auto layout is essential, and it's because in code, things are dynamic. The screen size is never fixed. It can be a smaller screen, bigger screen, and based on that, the width of elements needs to be dynamic. And that's why auto layout helps preserve that. So if you put auto layout out here, Lovable will understand the logic and add it to the code just like the way you want it. Okay, so here are a few options. I see, like I said, it's never perfect. Here it has missed the logo, and it is also showing the preview for desktop and mobile. For this exercise, for this example, we will only stick to desktop and not mobile. We could easily do it for mobile as well, but I'll just keep it simple. Once you know how to do it on desktop, you can do it on mobile as well. So I'll just do it for desktop for now. All right, so these are the options that we have out here. There are 3 options that we have. And I think I'm going to pick this one because the listings looks pretty much there. Just the logo is missing, and these things can be easily fixed. So I'm just going to click this one, the desktop one. And the moment I do, it says there are a couple of options. I need to send it to Lovable. That is open in Lovable. I'm going to click this one. So it's doing a few things. Once it is done, it is automatically going to open up my browser, a new tab in my browser with this project loaded. It takes 2 or 3 minutes depending on how complex your file is. So we'll speed up this section, or we'll just cut and come back when it is already loaded. So here we are in Lovable, and it has loaded the preview that it was showing up. Of course, this part isn't right. These parts are quite good. The cart and the search bar, I think, is almost there. The logo is missing, which we will add. These listings are almost there. It feels exactly like the way we had designed. So this is nice. And even the spacing, padding, everything is perfect. So let us start working. So this is the interface, the working interface of Lovable. And on the right side, you keep seeing the preview of what you're making. And on the left side, there's a small chat panel. If you work for a company, you probably are used to reporting bugs over chat. It could be, Slack or Microsoft Teams or whatever you use. And one of the ways that you do is you take a screenshot, then you put it on Slack, and then you write, hey, this part shouldn't be like this, it's breaking, or the button should have a little more padding and stuff like that. That's what we all do, isn't it? I do it as well. And then, some developer maybe sees it from that group and that's okay, I'm fixing it, or it'll be fixed in the next release and so on. This works just like that. So you do exactly the same. You can give instructions just like you speak to a human. You can add screenshots and point out to that screenshot and say, this needs to be fixed and all, and it'll get fixed. Just that there's no human on the other side, but artificial intelligence, which is nothing but Lovable. Okay. It's very interesting. It's very simple as well. So let's go and start fixing it. All right, first things first. So this part is bothering me. So let's go and fix that, right? I can directly start chatting in simple human understandable language. Doesn't have to be grammatically correct in all of them. Or I can also use this thing called edit. So edit is nothing but when I click on it, I get to point at a particular element. And when I do, it opens up one small menu where I can go and manually fix some of those things as well, like the spacing, padding and all. Pretty easy interface like what you see in auto layout and Figma. So you can do that. I will do some of those as well. Or you can just point out so that Lovable knows that you are giving instruction only for this small unit. And then, you can go and type a chat. Both are possible. I'm going to do both. And if you're one of those people who like to fiddle around with code, you can also turn on this toggle. It says code viewer. You can actually go and see the code that Lovable is writing. I'm not going to do that because I know most of you don't like it. So here I've clicked the edit option and I have clicked on this one. I'll do it once again. Yeah, this part is selected. Now I'm going to say truncate the address to one line. Just a simple human language, all right? And I hit enter. Now you will see it is going to articulate back. I'll update the location bar component to truncate the address to a single line. So it has actually explained what it is going to do. And it also gives me the confidence that it understood what I asked for and it fixed it. You see, it fixed immediately. The page refreshed and now it is there. It is that simple. And this is exactly the technique we are going to use to fix each and everything that you see out there. Okay. All right. Now this is fine. This part looks nice. We'll add the logo later, but let's perfect the listing. So here, I think I'm going to take this component. Okay, I'm not going to point out at anything. I'm just going to say that I feel this price needs to better align with the button. Right now, the price is at the top edge of the button. I want it to be center aligned. Okay, so center align the price in the product card. No, center align the price with the add button. I think that's enough. I don't even have to say product card because there's only one add button. It is smart enough to figure that out. Let's see if it's able to do. I'll center align the price with the add button in the product card component. Figured out that, it's product card. It should happen anytime it's working. Yes, there you see, the prices have just come and center aligned with that, right? And I also feel the height of the button is a little too much. That's not what I had designed. So if I just go here, I had added a height of around 36 pixels. I'm going to do that, right? So, and I also want it to be like a perfect pill like this. So what I will do is, I will say if 36 is the height, the corner radius should be at least 18 to make it look like a perfect pill. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just select this add button. Probably it's not needed, but still I will do it. And I will say, set the height of the add button to 36 pixels and corner radius to 18 pixels so that it looks like a perfect pill. See, I'm using just human understandable languages. So I'll just go and hit enter and it should be able to fix it. Let's see. If it was not 36 already, maybe it is already 36. Okay, it says I'll modify the add button to make it perfect pill shape with the specified height and border radius. This articulation back, when it articulates back, it just gives me so much confidence that yes, I have done the right job. Yeah, now it looks more like what I wanted it to, right? All right, now let us make it functional, right? So these are supposed to, when I click on add, it should add an item to the cart. So we'll do all of them. Let us go and do hover states, right? I've defined some colors for hover as well. So if I go to Figma, you see, this is what I want. When I summons hover, I want the button to get lighter. So I'll just copy this hex code and I will go here. On hover, do the following things to the add button. Yes, I can give multiple instructions as well. Okay, so I'm going to write change the fill color to hashtag and the code that I had copied. And then I will also say scale the entire button to by 5%. Let's call it by 5%, right? So 105%, slightly bigger it'll get. Let's go ahead and press enter. Okay, it's working. Let's see. All right, it is working, almost about to get over. It is still not reflecting. Okay, I've added the hover. There you see, when I hover on it, the color changes and also the button scales up a bit, just like the way I want it. I also feel 5% is a little too much. Reduce the scaling, reduce the scale to maybe 2%. Yeah, 2% instead of 5. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not giving any other context just because it has just fixed something to 5. When I say that, no, not 5, but make it 2, it'll understand what I'm talking about. See, it figured out that I'm talking about the add button. I think it is still fixing. So the amount of scaling should reduce a bit. The reason I'm reducing it because, yeah, there it is. Oh, damn, it's not even seen. Is there even a scale? Okay, I don't even see the scale. Okay, I undo this, right? I feel, okay, 5% is okay because I don't even see any scale. Something broke, I guess. Anyways, so if you want to undo anything, you can always go to View History. And once you go to View History, you will see all the things that you've done, and you can select any of them, and you can go to the you can go back to that state. So enhance add button hover effect. So when you click on it, it will load up that version. Like in this version, the scale was there, and you can restore to this version, and that's what I'm going to do right now because, yeah, we all make mistakes. I don't know if it's AI that made the mistake or I made the mistake, but okay, I'm happy that I could go back to where I wanted to. So it is back. Okay, it is not refreshed. It's not updating here. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I just had to hit the refresh manually. Normally, it automatically refreshes. Okay, now we'll make a few things. The wedge non-wedge symbol is definitely not right. So I'm going to feed the wedge non-wedge symbol to it, right? So I'll go to Figma. I will generate this. I'll do some maybe a 2x PNG or something. And I will export it to desktop, wedge and non-wedge symbols. And all I will do is here, I'm going to attach, these are my things, and I'm just going to attach it here. And I will say, replace the wedge and non-wedge symbols with these. And I'll just hit enter. It will do it. Okay, let's see. There it is. I have the wedge and the non-wedge symbol the way I wanted, the way it is on Figma. Yeah, there it is. And I also have like opacity to this. It's gray, this is black, right? Well, let's try to do that as well. Now, in this regard, you will see what Lovable has done, or what Builder.io plugin has done directly, is a pretty good job because all the spacing paddings are perfect. But at times, if you try, you will see it's probably not all that perfect. You might see some less spacing, more spacing here and there. And if that's the case, you can always keep taking screenshots or tell it, hey, increase the spacing between the name of the item and the description, and it will do it. And I feel I want to do it, maybe increase it by 2 pixels or something. We'll see, but right now it looks fine. So let us see this one. I would want to change the color to 50% black. Okay, so we'll just bring it here and I will change the opacity to 50%. So if you see here also it is changing. So this is the color. I just set the color as black and I want to set the opacity as 50%. So this is it, 0.44. I'm just going to make it 0.5 here and hit save. I could have used the chat to do that as well, but it's okay. I just want to show you how you can use both of them to your benefit. Just because it's an AI-powered tool doesn't mean you'll have to make AI do everything. Sure, you can do that, but not needed, okay? So there it is. I think our listing looks pretty good, but I want to give one more effect to it. On hover, okay, let's select the entire product card right now. So this is my product card, and I'm going to write on hover, scale the product card by 5%. Okay, so that when it is scaled, I would want the entire card to be scaled as well. And that's the reason I was trying to, reduce the scale of the add button to 2% because then it like too many scale. But let's see how it works. So right now the card as well as the button both should scale up on hover. Okay, it says it has added. Let's say, yeah, it has added. See, it has added. But again, 5% is too much. Oh, damn, I should have made it 2% at the beginning itself. Instead of 5%, make the scale to 2%. Let's try once again. Last time, I think for the add button, it didn't work. Maybe it didn't understand me properly. Let's see if it does. Maybe, I think it understood. I don't know why it couldn't do it last time. Let's see. However, scale might need to refresh it once. Or maybe, it worked last time as well. I just didn't refresh. No, it's not working. No, it's not working. Bro, it didn't work. It's not scaling on hover. Yes, I can do that. Please fix that. Yes, that's a kind of instruction I can give as well. And it'll go and check. It is just like a human. At times it happens, right? Developers say, hey, I fixed that. But you're like, hey, you know what? It's not right. It's not quite fixed. Can you check it once again? See, here it is. It says, let me fix the hover scaling issue with the product card component. It figured out that it thought it did, but that since I said it figured out, yeah. You say, oh man, is it really AI? Or do you think some folks at Lovable at headquarters are sitting behind and taking all my instructions? Because it feels like that. Okay, but brilliant. My work is done. My work is done for the listing, so it's pretty much there. Let's go and make the add buttons functional. Okay, let's click on the add button. When the add button is clicked, let's do the. Let's know when this clicked, add the counter in the middle. Counter of added items in the middle and plus and minus icons to increase or reduce the count. So essentially I'm asking it to behave in a way that when I click on add, the plus minus should come. So this is what I have written. Not perfect, but I think it should understand. Let's see. Okay, I'll implement it. It's doing something. Okay, looks like it figured out. Let's see if it actually did. Okay, so it says it did. Let's see. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But it has this weird things. Okay, we'll fix it. And I also saw that the width of the button increased because of this, right? Keep the width of the add button constant no matter an item is added or not. Let's see if it's able to fix that part. Okay, okay, it fixed the constant, but the add button, the alignment got screwed. Okay, say, well, I will just take a screenshot of this. Please center the text add inside the button, and I'll hit enter. I think it's too small a thing for it to fix. It is going to fix it. Let's see. Please do it. If it is done, then just that other thing will have to fix. Okay. Yes, it fixed. Now, things look fine. Except this block. So we'll fix that as well. So I'll make a few more changes in the added state of the button. Change the color to, I want it to become yellow. If you remember, I defined a yellow color. I'm going to define it to, I'm going to set it to this, so that when an item is added, I want the button to turn yellow, so that, it's like very different from the added versus non-added. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the theme that I picked, right? Orange, yellow, pink. Yeah. Let's see if it's able to do it. There it is. Yes, it has done. So yes, when it is there, pink, when I hover, it becomes light pink. When I click on it, it becomes yellow, and I can increase and reduce. So I need to take a screenshot here. Weird yellow boxes appearing when hovering on the plus and minus icons. Remove that yellow box. I got it. Remove that unwanted yellow box. I think, let's see if it's able to figure out. I think it will. Fingers crossed. Okay, I see the issue. He sees the issue, or she sees the issue. We don't know what the gender is. There's a yellow hover effect appearing around an icon. Let's fix that by removing the hover effect. It knows. Okay. But I do want a hover effect, which we'll do in a bit. Yes, it removed it. Yes, it removed it. Yes, it removed it. But I do want a hover state, which is this. I want the entire button, of course, this is just showing ad. I want the entire button to be this lighter yellow color, right? When an item in the added state of the add button, change when hovered over it, change the color of the button to hashtag this shade and hit enter. Waiting. Okay. Apparently it did something. Yes, it did. Yes, this is exactly the way I wanted. See, this is the card. I hover over the card scales up a bit. I hover over the button as well. The button also scales up a bit and the color pink reduces a bit, or the light pink that I had chosen. I click on it. It starts showing the counter. I can do plus, minus the way I want. And then when I hover on the added state of the button, the yellow color also changes to that light yellow color. Now here, the only thing is, these are SVG. Can I not make them thicker? Because I feel they're a little thin. I want them thicker because, they're not matching with the outline. But that's a small thing. We'll fix it later. Now, I think our listing looks perfect. Okay. Now, what we want is when items are added to this add button, I want the items to get added to the cart. Right now, the cart doesn't exist. Let us ask it to make a cart. Okay. Right. I'll click on this cart button with the edit and say, add a build a cart. Let's see, just build a cart with the added items shown inside, along with a button to check out. Let's just hit enter. It will build a cart. It's also going to design. I have already designed a cart and kept a very basic one. It's there on the other page. I'm not going to show you, but without any reference, it is still going to do a good enough job for making the cart. Let's see how it does, and we will modify it based on our needs if we need it. Because right now it is not just fixing padding and spacing, but also it is building a whole new component which it doesn't even know, right? So let's see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed again. I hope it does a good job. When I was doing the trial one, it had done a pretty good job actually. I was quite impressed. I feel it designed a better cart than what I did. Anyways, let's click on this. Okay, it opened a cart like this. I don't know why. Let's just reduce this panel and see. It is coming from the bottom. Okay, I want it to come from the side. Okay, I want it to come from the side. Make the cart appear in from the right side of the screen. Okay, let's see if it does. And let me also see meanwhile, does it show? Yes, it does. It shows me the items along with the... Okay. All right. Functionally, it got the cart right. So when I click on multiple items, it shows me the cart like this. But this is more like a mobile cart. Now we are building a desktop, so I wanted to slide from the right side, right? Yeah, there it is, Okay, in the empty state, it still has the button. Okay, let's add some items and see, maybe 2 chicken burger, 2 Thai boba tea, 1 spicy noodles, and yeah, there it is. I think it has done a good job without giving a lot of instructions, man. I'm already impressed with this thing. It says checkout with tick total. Okay, we'll make some more changes. Perfect. Now, I want the add button to be exactly same inside this cart as well. So let us do this. I'm going to take a screenshot because it's much easier. Change the add button with the plus and minus inside the cart. Okay, make the add button with inside the cart same as the one outside. Let's see if it does. I know I'm grammatically incorrect, but I'm relying on its smartness. Let's see if it's able to do. If yes, well and good. If no, we'll rewrite the prompt. Okay, I'll update the cart component, use the same style of add remove button as the one used on the product cart. Great, it understood. Man, this is fun, isn't it? This is fun. This is real fun. And meanwhile, I'll also have to move this to the other side. Yes, there it did. There it did. The same hover effects and everything that we had, you just carry forward here as well, right? And if you remove an item, poof, it just goes away, right? So perfect. This is what I wanted. Okay, now we'll do one more thing out here. In India, we have GST, isn't it? Let's ask it to add GST, okay? Right? In the bill section, add a line item for GST. I'll also tell it, maybe it'll know, goods and services tax, which is 18% of the bill amount. Let's see, it'll add the GST section just like that. It'll do the math, it'll do the calculation, it'll do everything, and it'll show you the updated cart in a while. And I also feel the bill and the checkout button should always be order placed successfully. Okay, I didn't ask it to bake, it made it that I can click on checkout and order placed successfully. It just built it, okay? So never mind. We'll just add a few more items and see how the cart looks. Yeah, there it is. See, subtotal, it said 602 items are there. GST 18% it added. I can increase the items and it'll do the GST calculation and show me the total items here perfectly, right? All right, wonderful, man. This is such a fun thing to work on, right? Okay, I'm nitpicking right now. Let's do a couple of things. You know, I don't want this icon here and I want this text to be bigger. Your card, I want this heading to be bigger. So font size, it has picked a body. So it defines all of them based on what you've done, right? So I can change it to large, extra large, whatever I want. I think large is good or extra large. I'll put extra large and I will remove this icon. I'll just ask it to remove this icon. Okay, so I'll just take a screenshot again, and screenshot is just like you take your Mac screenshot, something same. Okay, remove the icon from here. Okay, I don't want the icon, and the icon should go away. And I also want to make this corners more rounded. So it is picking up the right images, but I want them more rounded. Okay, maybe around 8 pixels. This definitely looks lesser than 8 pixels. We'll make it 8 pixels and see if that works. Okay, this working. And of course, this one, once this instruction is completed, we'll do that as well. Yes, it has removed the icon. Perfect. This is how we wanted it. Perfect. Okay, we'll close it. Now let us fix this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, we'll click on edit. Let's add an item. Oops, no. Let's add an item so that this appears, and we will move it. Move this to the top right corner of the cart button. Okay, so it's going to move this to the top right corner of the right button, and I'm also going to add a styling. I want a black outline and I want the text inside it to be black and not white, because then it'll go with the overall style of what we are building out here. And I also see that it has changed the cart icon. I had designed a different cart icon, you know. I think this is nice. It changed, it made its own icon. I can go ahead and, you know, upload and say, hey, change this to this card icon, but okay, I'll not do it right now. Okay, it is there, but I think it is too much outside. It has put it exactly on the, you know, corner, right? Add top, add some top and right padding to this so that it comes a bit inside the cart button. You see the kind of language I'm using? This is something only a human usually understands. When I said it needs to be a little inside, but a computer usually doesn't understand inside. It'll say, okay, you know, maybe a little more padding and all, but it will understand. You know, it is adding left padding. Let's see if it adds the right. Yeah, it did. Oh man, this is exactly what I wanted. I love this. I love this. So now we'll go and make those changes, right? Here it is. The size of this is, you know, if you open this one, you can ask chat as well, but I think I want to manually do it. It says the width is 5 and the height is 5. I'm going to make it 8 and 8. Let's see if 8 and 8 is, oh, 8 is too big. It is too big. Let's try 6. Let's try 6. 6 should be good. Okay. I'll save it. And we'll just go and see how much of the corner, this is 2 pixels weight is what I had given. So I'm going to select this once again. It's going to just say once again. So here it is. I'm going to select this once again and make the following changes. I'll say add a 2 pixel black stroke, make the text also black, and I'll hit enter. I think that's a style that I'm looking for. Goes well with what we have made out here. There it is. This is how I wanted it. I also feel the text can be a little bigger. Let's see if we can make the text a little bigger. Can we? We should be able to. Let's take a screenshot and try to do it. Make this text slightly bigger. So the best part about AI is it also understands emotions like slightly, just a little, and all of them. I hope it does. Let's see. Yeah, it made it a little bigger. It knows that what this component is and what kind of big is big enough. So it has done it. So perfect. So this is how it is. This is my card. And now I'm going to change the corner radius of this. Make the corner radius 8 pixel. Okay, let's hit enter. And I feel a little more corner radius, and even this one, right? We don't want. Okay, probably it is done. It is doing. Okay, has it? Let me refresh it once again. It says it is done. Rounded 1G, which is 8 pixels. Let's see if it is done. Okay, no items inside. Yeah, I think it has increased. We'll make it change it to 12 pixel. Okay, because I feel I need a little more. Maybe 12 would be good. So let's see if it does. Yeah. The next couple of things that I want to do out here is, of course, make a drop down for this and make this element sticky so that whenever you scroll, this sticks and it doesn't go away. That's all we want. And a simple instruction here would do the job, I feel. Yes, now I think I like the corner radius. So it is like properly visible. And now I'm going to take one more screenshot here in this one. And I will say, make following changes, right? On hover, change the color of the button to the same yellow color that I had defined. At times, it picks up from other places. If you say that you're given instruction to change the color to a certain thing, to one button, it will intelligently do it for the other button as well, to this, and scale up the entire button by 2%. Okay, and what else? Corner radius. Change the corner. Increase the corner radius. Increase the radius of the button so that it feels like a perfect pill. Okay, right? Essentially, perfect pill. These are perfect pills where the corners are like full circles. That's what I want, the same effect for all the buttons inside, because that's the style that I have picked. Should be able to do. It's like a small thing for it. I think so. Now, you can do a whole lot of things. Another thing that I feel I want to do is, maybe move this, make sure that the button is always sticky at the bottom, no matter how many items are there. But, I'm not going to do it. Ideally, I would do it, but you can go ahead and do if you're trying something out like this. Okay, it has done. I don't want the icon as well. Damn, I forgot. Remove the tick icon. Okay. Let it remove the tick icon. Okay. Yes, it is scaling. The hover effects, everything is there. Just that it'll remove the tick icon. And I also think that the text size can be a little bigger, right? Compared to the rest of the things. In a world where this number is this big, this checkout text can be a tad bit bigger. I'm not saying it has to be exactly as big as that, but a little bit bigger. I think it does better justice. There it is. And the text size, let's try to do it manually. Let's see if I can. Okay, the font size is body. I can change it to large or XL. Let's change it to large. I think large is good. And yeah, select, we can do a weight as well. What if we do it bold? What if we do a semi-bold? Let's do a bold. And large, should I try body now? Body with bold is also good. Yeah. What should I put? I think let's keep it large with bold for now. I'm going to save it. Okay. Like I said, not everything needs to be done by AI. Something went wrong. Why the hell? But I think it did the job. You know, it did the job. Let me refresh. Something did go wrong, but it did took the instruction that I had given it to, right? Let's see. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. No, the text looks a little big, but okay, I will leave it that way. We have bigger fish to fry. Let's go ahead and fry that. I'll take a screenshot of this. When the page is scrolled, make sure this section sticks to the top, making it always visible. So that's a sticky part, right? Yeah, it'll just change the div property to sticky or fixed or something. That's what it'll do. And we will have what we want, but we can give instruction just like we give it to a human. Okay, the navigation bar now sticks. It doesn't stick. It has not stuck. Oops. It's not sticking. Can you please fix that? Okay, let's see if it is able to fix. Looking for the nav bar. I'll fix the sticky position so that... Okay, still it is not. You fix the issue. Let's see. Oh no, it is not fixed. It is not fixed. Once again, the nav bar is scrolling away. Please make it fixed. Let's see. Let's see if it's able to do. Okay, it's also giving me now it is working. Yes, finally, this is what I wanted. So I add items, the cart is always in my control. I can go and open it and I can go check out whatever I want, right? And of course, I can increase and reduce items here as well. Everything dynamically gets updated. Okay, perfect. I think we almost are done. Let's quickly make this one. Okay. Make a drop down with 3 addresses to choose from and a button to add a new address. Let's go and hit enter. And I also think this cart text is a little too big. I'll make it a little smaller. Especially, with this faint icon which they introduced, I had made a better icon, man. Okay, never mind. I can't complain. It is doing wonderful job so far. So let's see. There it is. Now this is also, it's going to make a new thing. It's going to design a new drop down. Let's see. Okay, it did. We'll fix some visuals of it. Now it overall did a good job. Okay. So here we'll do this. This button, first of all, I want the styling to be like the checkout button inside cart. Change the styling of this button to match the checkout button inside cart. Okay, it's going to do that. And it changed this icon also. So meanwhile, I will just export these 2 icons. Okay, what did I go? No, sure, man. Oh, not this as well. Meanwhile, I'll just go to Figma and I'm going to just generate these icons. And we'll try to make our drop down like this. Okay, so this is cart icon and this is location icon. Okay, let's just export. Let's just export these into X and I'll just throw them in my desktop, and then we will go to Lovable and we'll pick these 2 things. Change the cart and location icons with these. I hope you'll understand which one is cart, which one is location. I've also named the file that way. But yeah, this, it did, it changed the button to the way I wanted, and we will get it done. So home, work, other, okay. Yeah, we need some functionality change as well. When an address is clicked, I want it to dismiss, and that address selection is happening, but we want it to dismiss as well. Or else what I can do is, okay, added the icons here as well. Okay, I don't need the icons here. Remove the icons from the drop down menu. Okay, yes, and add line separators between the addresses separators. Okay, let's see. And we of course need more padding. Another thing that I can do is I can just take a screenshot of this thing and ask it, hey, make it like this, right? It will do. Okay, here I have not given line separator, but I think we can have some line separator out there. Let's see how it works. And I also don't want this icon. They're making all these icons very thin. Okay, let's see. Okay, it did a decent job. Now we need to fix some paddings. Now I can fix the padding by either... Okay, let's do one thing. Let's take a screenshot. Why is this weird thing coming up? Whenever I attempt to take a screenshot of weird, that thing is appearing, but it's okay. Add some more padding after padding between the last address in the drop down and the add new address button. Yep. Okay, it has added some padding. Now it is fine. Now let's see if I can, fix the padding spacing without... So this is 8. What if I make it 20? Or what if I make it 20? Or should I make it 16? Let me make it 16. And top and bottom, let's make it 20. Yeah, this is fine. And border radius. Yeah, let's try large border radius. Oh, no, not radius. I don't want any border radius. Oh, I want a border radius. Yes. But why is it not reflecting here? Okay. Rounded, it is set to none. But I want a large border radius. And let's try go ahead and save it. So something went wrong, but it is still working. Maybe it's just a problem with the preview. Maybe actually it is working. Yeah, I think I'll make that also 16. Actually, I can reduce that. Or I have this option. I can just take a screenshot of this and put it here and say, make the address drop down look like this. And I can go ahead and hit enter. And it should be able to read the screenshot and do what I have asked it to do. Let's see. So it just changes other, yeah. Okay, it made it, but added a lot of extra padding. We'll probably go and reduce them and then we are done. Maybe I should have done that before, right? Now I'll ask it to this one. The size of this is background is there, fully rounded. Now it has a padding of 8 and 8. What if we make it 6 and 6? That should change the size. Yeah, that is fine. And I'll just save it. And to this, I'll also say added 2 pixel black stroke to this one. Okay, it is just showing 2 lines only for the selected ones. I can also say truncate. I also say truncate the address to 1 line. And now I also feel the text button is a little big. It's a little too huge. I will reduce the size. It's very simple. Oh man, what is this? Not unsure. The address is going outside. Please fix this. So it's just going to add ellipsis. Now, let's see if it's able to. So the fixer displaying the location bar component so that it doesn't overflow. I wanted to go under ellipsis. Maybe I should just call it out specifically. Let's see if it's able to do that. If it introduces ellipses automatically. If not, I'll have to ask it to do it. Yeah, it did. Okay, it did. Good enough, good enough. I still don't fully like how it looks, so I'm just gonna go here and see if there is something that I can fix, right? So no, I don't want this, and I want this to be perfect white. I don't know why it picked up a different color, so I'll just save this one, and I'll just go back to this. It is added white. Doesn't have, okay, it's an extra thing which has come up. I can also ask it to remove unwanted divs from here, right? Let me just do that. Let's see if it's able to, because I see that there's an extra box. You know, at times it happens that you have a frame inside a frame, and that's how things ends up looking, which we do not need. Let's see if it's able to fix properly. If it's able to fix, well and good. If not, we will just revert using the history option that we have here. Has it? Okay, looks like it has fixed some of those things. Yes, the other extra thing is not here right now, so it is perfect. So yeah, this is good. And we will reduce some of the spacings here. Let's see. I'll make some more micro adjustments to this to make it the way I want. I'm once again trying something new. So I want the spacings to be reduced here, you know, and all of them to tighten things a bit. And I'm exactly saying the same thing. Okay, this one is done. Reduce some padding here to tighten things up. And I've added a screenshot of this section. Let's see if it's able to do. And it'll mostly be able to do, but whether it does it effectively that I like or not, that's a thing that I need to check. Let's see if it's able to do it. Please, please. Okay, it did. It did. Okay, but I tightened it a little too much. Oh, okay, maybe a little more. These are fine, but I need add some more padding between the last address and the button. And once that is done, I think we are good. Maybe a hover state. Okay, it added the padding. You know, I can keep doing things to it, but for now I'll just keep it that way, you know, because otherwise this tutorial is going to get really, really long. Now, one last thing that I want to do here is this one. This says it's body. Man, this is too big to be body. Yeah, body is good. Now I save it, and inside the cart, okay, this is the checkout. I think when the cart is empty, this doesn't need to show up. Okay, when the cart is empty, don't show the bill and checkout button. Instead, show a button which says buy now or something, right? Or browse items. Browse items. So that browse items would just exit the cart and take you back to the items. It is, you know, just a loop closure. Otherwise, the only option is to go click on this or this. There it is. So I can click on browse items and it just dismisses the cart and it just comes back here. So we are almost there. We are done. So hovering on these items, I can add items, more items, and then inside the cart, it shows me the item preview. It shows me the bill section. I can add a coupon section if I want to, but you know, I'll just leave it for that. And I can click on checkout and it'll just go and place the order. Of course, no order is getting placed because I haven't built the backend yet. You can build the backend as well, but I'm not going to do that in this tutorial at least. And you can click on this and change the address to something else. Okay, selecting an address. This, one more thing. Selecting an address should dismiss the drop down. So yeah, that's just a behavioral change because, otherwise, this option is when you have multi-select, you select 3-4 items, then you click on done and then it gets selected. In our case, it's a single select and the stick is just an indicator that this one is selected. So, when something is selected, it should get dismissed. That's the functionality I want to bring out here. That's the instruction I had given. Okay, there it is. So I select one address and it just gets dismissed, just like the way I wanted. And clicking on this, of course, can open up an address form, which we're not getting out here. The last thing, the cherry on the top, is to add a logo here. You know what? I'm not going to show you how to do that because by now you already know how to do that. So go ahead and design your own logo and then add it out here. Or you can even ask Lovable to design an appropriate logo for you. And the same goes for this. Right now, it just says your cart is empty. Why not have a nice, fun image, an empty state image, which says your cart is empty, and then followed by the browse items button. So these are the two things I want you to do when you try out doing this, right? So there it is. We have created this website, a functional website to a good extent, not the entire one, which does an important job in under 1 hour. And that's how I built a fully functional app in under an hour by simply chatting. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. With tools like Lovable, you can turn your ideas into fully functional apps faster than ever. No coding required. Whether for your portfolio, startup, or side project, this is excellent for designers. Check it out from the link in the description. I recently made a detailed guide to build a job-ready UX design portfolio. Check it out here if you haven't already. And to upskill as a UX designer in 15 days, watch this video. This is Saptarshi signing off. See you all in the next one.